Hi, welcome to Accountavision. In this video, we're going to learn what debits and credits is. So, how do we record it? Well, we're going to have an account like this. On the left side, we're going to have word debit, but it can also be written as DR. And on the right side, we have credit, which is also written as CR. But I find people getting confused with debit cards and credit cards. They are not the same as debits and credits. So that's just something for you to keep in mind. How do we remember which accounts are recorded in debits and credits? Well, we have an acronym called DEADCLIC, which is used to help you, prepare, like, let's say, T accounts or double entries. So let's start off with the left side. We're going to look at the letter E. E stands for expenses. They are the day-to-day running costs which generates you revenue. They are recorded in an income statement known as costs, which I'll go over in the later videos. Expenses increases when you debit it, so let's have an account for expenses. So it increases it when you debit it and decreases it when you credit it. Examples of expenses can be like electricity, let's say rent, and advertising, where you advertise a product, which will hopefully generate you revenue. Moving on to A. A stands for assets. They are the things you own. They are recorded in the balance sheet, known as statement of financial position. It increases it when you debit it. So if we have an asset account, we debit it, which will increase it, and credit it, which will decrease it. Examples of an asset can be like cars, cash, money, bank, and stocks, which is known as inventory. Moving on to D. D stands for drawings. They are money or goods taken out of a business for personal use. So they are recorded in the balance sheet under the capital or equity section. It is important to note that they are never expenses of a business. That's something to keep in mind. Increases when you debit it. So if we have an account for drawings, by increasing it, you debit it, and to decrease it, you credit it. Example of drawings, let's just say that you have £1,000 in your business bank and you've taken out £500. That will just leave you with £500 left in your business bank account. And because you own that money, you do not pay any expenses, which is why by taking out the money, it will reduce the number of cash, the amount of cash you own. By moving on to the right side for credit, we're going to look at the letter L. L stands for liabilities. They are things you owe. They are recorded in the balance sheet and it increases when you credit it. So let's have an account for liabilities. By increasing it, you credit it, and by decreasing it, you debit it. Examples of liabilities can be like taxes you have to pay, buying stuff from suppliers, and borrowing loans. Let's say you borrow £100,000. I know that's a bit extreme, but just to illustrate the point. For the cover letter I, I stands for income. Income is amount earned from an asset. It is recorded in an income statement. It increases it when you credit it. So let's have an income account. By increasing it, you credit it, and by decreasing it, you debit it. Examples of income can be like sales you make from a product. It can be a discount offered to you by your suppliers, let's say 10%. And there can also be money that you receive from your tenants as well, from rent. And finally, we look at the letter C. C stands for capital. They are resources invested and left in the business by its owner. They are recorded in the balance sheet. It increases it when you credit it by looking at the capital account, but to increase it, you credit it, and by decreasing it, you debit it. For a summary, debit is recorded on the left, credit is recorded on the right. They are not debit card or credit cards. I'd say to you, memorize this DEADCLIC acronym as it will be useful to do double entry bookkeeping like T accounts and that. I'll be going over later videos on T accounts which will involve DEADCLIC, so I'd suggest you to memorize this, learn it and understand it so you'll be able to tackle questions relating to T accounts and double entry bookkeepings. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section, whether it is questions about this video or a topic you want me to go over. Just let me know. I'll be happy to do that for you. Okay, see you in the next video.